Hey guys, I am so excited. Look what came in today. Our Making Veterans Great Again shirts. Healing veterans through stakes, strangles, and stoicism. I'm gonna put it on right now. So if you're a veteran, or maybe you have friends and family who are veterans, or you just support the overall cause of making veterans great again, please consider getting one of these shirts. And as time goes on, we'll have other merchandise as well. But right now we got shirts and Rashguards by Marshall. So if you want to get one of these, please go check out the link in the description or the bio. It's gonna say Making Veterans Great Again merch, and then there'll be an Marshall like Rashguards and fight gear. Just go click on one of those links. If you go to Marshall, just type in Make Veterans Great Again in the search and you'll find it. You get one of these. We're going to take all that support, like I said, and we're going to try to help as many veterans as possible with an effective intervention method. Because here at Combat Carnivore, we believe the current intervention methods for veterans and young men in general are just atrocious. The suicide numbers, the suicide rates right now amongst this demographic is egregious. And I don't understand how the current system is just blatantly accepting these numbers and just continuing with very similar intervention methods that are proving themselves not to work. If you go look at the suicide rates from World War I and World War II veterans, and you compare them to modern veterans, it would concern, or it should concern you deeply. What is going on with modern society and lifestyle and diet that is causing such an atrocious decline in mental health, especially amongst veterans? The mental health statistics amongst veterans and young men overall are terrifying, in my opinion. Suicide amongst veterans is an epidemic. We have lost more service members to suicide than we have KIA. We are killing ourselves more than the enemy can kill us. Think about that for a second. How are we accepting that? How are we accepting these numbers in this circumstance within our nation? We are the greatest nation ever. We are the United States of America. And how come we can't take care of our own soldiers, our own veterans, the people who made the ultimate sacrifice to make sure that this nation stands strong? How can we be going decades with these circumstances propagating themselves and yet make such little intervention methods to stop or prevent the suicides and to help the mental health epidemic that's currently occurring? So it is my goal by creating this channel and creating this message to reach as many veterans as possible and any men who are suffering from mental health or physical health disorders. We believe we have an intervention method that can help, and we are trying to reach as many people as possible. So by supporting us, by getting some of our shirts, our rash guards, and supporting our group, if you go look in the link, there's going to be a group called the TMA, the Toxic Masculinity Agency. We are going to use that support to try and get as many people out of that dark place as possible. We are going to do that with stakes, strangles, and stoicism, because we believe that getting humans on a species appropriate diet and lifestyle is going to dramatically reduce inflammation and give them the nutrients that they've been starved of. Also, where they get their energy sources from, making sure that the brain is running on the proper fuel sources rather than being starving of the correct energy. We believe that emulating combat in combat sports such as Jiu Jitsu is going to greatly help get that overinflamed, or rather swollen, like hypothalamus or hippocampus, wherever the fight or flight is. Those lobes are swollen, they are taxed, they are overrun, and we believe that Jiu-Jitsu or combat sports in general helps you transfer that over into your prefrontal cortex. It's going to help you start rationalizing those traumas. Remember, humans are designed to handle atrocious traumas. We're not supposed to be held down by these traumas. We're supposed to move forward with these traumas. And we believe that Jiu-Jitsu helps dramatically with this, especially in combination with a proper human diet. And to umbrella all of that, we try to use something like a practical life philosophy such as Stoicism or Taoism. There's something that is going to intervene with the thoughts that are currently going on in their head and kind of give them an algorithm or like a flow chart, how to get out of there, how to navigate these thoughts appropriately. And I also love it because it's non-dogmatic. You don't have to believe. Like, Stoicism doesn't require you to believe anything. It requires critical thought and expectations of yourself, giving you responsibility over your own thoughts and your own actions. And by taking responsibility of what's going on inside of you, it stops allowing you to make excuses for outside circumstances to dictate what kind of person that you're going to become. These practical life life philosophies allow us to take charge and empower us to make our lives what we want it to be, rather than just being a victim of the things that happen to us. And out of all the people, I think that veterans and young men need this message the most. I know this all sounds like bro science and sounds like way too simple to heal such a complex problem, but I'm going to build this entire channel explaining why this method does work in my opinion, and I've helped so many people already get themselves back on track with their health, with their lifestyle, and get them going from being in a very dark place to a place of thriving. I know I did it for myself, and that's why I believe in this message. I started with close friends and veterans, and now I want to bring this message to everyone now that I think I've shown that it works. And there are multiple ways you can support us and help this message get out. Number one is our merchandise. If you buy one of these shirts, we're going to use that support to help get that message out and help directly intervene with veterans who need guidance and need support. The second way to support us is by liking, subscribing, commenting, asking questions, and getting our YouTube channel and our Instagram out to as many people as possible, letting them know who we are and that there are people out there who can actively intervene in an effective way, at least in my opinion. Remember, I am not a doctor, and I always want you to consult doctors and consult professionals within the medical industry, and just take this all with a grain of salt, that this is for educational purposes. It's worked for me and a bunch of other people. So just know that we are not medical professionals. We are just people who are trying to do our avid research and help as much as possible. And just remember, the medical system is what we've gotten so far with the suicide rates that are so atrocious. So we're just trying a different method and a different approach to getting the solutions that we want. We don't want you to be reliant on medicine or the medical system or doctors. And in fact, we don't want you reliant on anyone. We want you to be independent. We want you to be empowered, and we want you to be educated on ways of keeping you healthy, strong, and independent. Remember to like, subscribe, follow, do all the social media things you guys know how to do. We are Combat Carnivore. We are trying to make veterans great again with steak, strangles, and stoicism. And remember, don't do drugs and don't eat vegetables. Love you guys.